Good afternoon, friends. Rajni here. I got a lot of messages on that where people said, please discuss how do you develop thinking skills. Okay, right now, like you're saying, okay, development of language on the basis of thinking skills. So he's using his thinking skills to develop language where you're asking questions and you're helping with the answers. So the next question that came up was that please discuss how to develop thinking skills so that it can be used for the development of language. So here we go. How to develop thinking skills. See, it is something which will not happen in a therapy session with a therapist over the table. Of course, it will happen if the therapist will work, but it will be only limited to that 1 hour of work. Okay. So like I was talking to a parent today also in one of my classes where she said, oh, I take my kid thrice a week to so and so place. It doesn't work. And I said, okay, if you do the math, in a week, 24 hours multiply by 7. 7 fours are 28, 7 twos are 14, 15, 16, 168. Out of that, 3 hours stimulation you are giving. And you are expecting that the kid should know everything because he's going to an expert. Please, he or she may be an expert, is not a magician. That 1 hour, please be informed. And I say it in as many words. Whether you send 1 hour, you send 5 hours, you send 6 hours a week. Those 6 hours in the entire of that 168 hours that we counted are basically an indication or a guidance for you to do the work in a way that you should be doing it so that the skill can be established. So we educators are basically guides. We are not fortune changers. We are not people who will completely alter the reality for you. It is you who will alter the reality. So why I wanted to bring this point here is that, so when we're talking about thinking skills development, it has to start very early. What I mean very early is that when the child is saying one word also. So from that stage, you have to get into the thought process that how do I take it to, get the child to think further. So for example, you will hide his toy. And such a young kid, and so you will say, where is your, and then he's looking. So you've given a word for his anxiety, for his that expression in himself that he's trying, he's looking here and there. So he knows this thing is communicated like. So you say, what are you looking for? Your toy? Say, ask me. Where is my toy? Ask me. If you don't ask me, I will not help you. First you have to ask. So the kid is a little bit pressurized to say. So he will say, where is my toy? So you say, okay, great. Here it is. Because you had hid it. Yeah, so you're contriving situations. Where is my shoe? Okay. Then you have told the kid we will go out, and then you are giving a signal that we are going out. So then you're like, okay, now you have to tell me where you want to go. Otherwise, we are not going. So even if it was the park and you were the one who had made the program, so that's why I say, contrived situation. You say, okay, you want to go? First say where you want to go. I want to go to park. So you will, lots of people will have a lot of objections around it. My kid doesn't say beyond 1 word because you never tried. Or if you tried and the kid had a lower level, then you did not break down the task. You did not task analyze. You did not break it into smaller steps. So if the child is like a really, really very, 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 primitive stage of communication is saying, park. So where do you want to go? Park. So at least take him to two word phrases, even if grammatically incorrect. So say, Mama, go park. Or let's go park. Let's go park. 3. Try wherever he is able to, from park to the next level. And slowly you keep refining and you keep making it a little more sophisticated, that to the level where he reaches and he says, I want to go to park, let's go. If that's not happening, take it smaller. So like this. So you give language for everything. Then when it comes to thinking skills, you say a lot of why is required in thinking skills. But before why you have to do, that's why I just discussed all of this. So before why you have to do all that what, when, where, how. So then when the why kicks in, very slowly you have to introduce the why. So you say, why have we come to the park? Because we like it. It's fun. And so then you ask him, why have you come to the park? So that's why I said do the who, do the what, because if he doesn't have so much of language to be able to answer those, and then you are trying to do why do we come to the park, obviously he's not going to say. Yeah, and we are thinking that thinking skills can't be developed. But first you do the groundwork to give him that bit of language. Once you see that he's able to, he knows, he understands. So who took my my glass, my plate? So he's able to say those things, ask those things. Then you move to a why. Okay, why are the lights on? Because it's dark, and you give a lot of language. So when he's mastered that little bit why, okay, thereafter is when you will kick in and try as early as you possibly can, so that more and more why, more and more thinking can come in. Then you go on to things like, once he's able to do why, then you go on to things like, why do you think? And you use that word. Don't just simply say why. Say, why do you think this swimming pool is empty? Why there is no water here? Why? And then you say, okay, I can give you 2-3 choices. You think and you tell me. So say, nobody wants to go swimming? Maybe, no. Okay, it's broken. And it's actually, there's repair work going on. I'm talking about my society. Like, I wanted to take an example from real life. So that's why I took up this. It just came to my head. And so say second option. 1, nobody wants to go swimming. 2, it's broken, they're repairing it. Why do you think swimming pool is closed? Now that's obvious, because out of experiential learning and experiential connect, this child wants to go to the swimming pool, is not able to go because it's broken. So he will say, it is broken. You say, yeah, great thinking, very good. Nobody is going to the pool because it is broken. So then next question you can say, so when will everyone go? So he's again using his thinking. You say, when? And you're giving the words, you're supplying the words. You're saying, when the pool will be repaired. What's the word? Repair. They are renovating it. So you added 2 more words to it. Okay. Similar situation you see somewhere, and they say road closed for maintenance or whatever, the signboard. See, my approach in working with children with autism is, you can achieve nothing, absolutely nothing, if you have a compartmentalized head and you say, okay, now therapy class, he will sit, it will work. Or I will also learn, in the therapy I will do, these many hours I will sit with him, work. It has to be a part of your life. You have to start thinking like that. And trust me, it's not difficult. I do it all the time. I've shared this example with some of my friends, and it's almost like a joke. There was this song on radio, Tu Kitne Baras Ki, Main 17 Baras Ka, whatever. And Pop jumped the special educator. We were going somewhere, and I'm in the car, my husband's in the car, the kid is in the car. At that time I had only one child and my son was very young. So I say, see what she's saying. She's saying 16, he's saying 17. So 16 or 17, which is the bigger number? And my husband goes, oh my God. And I'm like, wait. So which is the bigger number? How much is 17 bigger than 16? And since he knew the Hindi numbers, so he's doing, like that, and then he's saying 1. So I say, so he is 1 year older to her. Okay. And you can build it up from there. So what I'm saying is, don't leave any opportunity. Don't think, acha abhi to chhod do. I have heard this so many times from my family and my loved ones and everybody. Kabhi to picha chhod do. Actually, no. Because you don't know from where, when you're thinking like that, out of what corner and out of what place will you pick up? You will pick up something from the blinds here. You'll say, aha, I could do it like this. Yeah. And you would come up with something. So thinking skills means you have to be constantly engaged. Doesn't mean you have to stress yourself to the level of fatigue and beyond and die. No. You can enjoy your life, but you have to be engaged in your thought process of thinking yourself before you can get the child to think. So what you can do, like you can say, like just I said, 17, 16 se kitna bada hai? And even if it is random onto different areas, just get him to be thinking and answering. Give options, 2 options, 3 options. One of them can be really weird, so he can make a connect that this doesn't seem to be. and the other option can be a little closer, and the other option can be ta, that's it. Then he will come out with the option, and slowly when you build it step over step over step. So why do you think we need to wear a watch? Then you go to that level, so that we don't get late. And then immediate experiential connect is that last time we got late, we missed the movie, or we got late, the bus would have left us. So again, where you will get all these experiences from real life. So you can't be mulling over the past and thinking what my mother-in-law said and what my husband said and what happened, and losing out on the rich opportunity that you get in the environment. Because I'm only going to be able to say last time, because we were not wearing a watch, we did not know the time, we got late. But because my mind is connecting, that from where I will get the experiential connect to tell him. So I say, so why do we need to wear a watch? So that we can be on time. Why do you think you need to eat a little less? What will happen? And up you go on Google, pick up images of obese people. And you say, if we eat too much, we become like this. And that is not healthy. It is a process which will happen over the years. Because when I'm talking about why do you think the swimming pool is empty, for that the lower level, the level below it has to be there. When I'm talking even lower level, the one below that has to be there. So the child has to be able to answer a what question and know that what do you put after what, so that the what question is answered correctly. Don't accept one word answers and then think that thinking skills can be developed. It won't work. It's not magic. It's all logic. It's like making a sweater. When you make the first layer, you knit the first layer. On top of that only you will knit the second layer. And the whole big 6 feet 5 inches tall person can have a sweater. Even bigger. But it will always be built on the step lesser than that. So if somebody whose child is at whatever level, assess that level, build his thinking skills from there. First get him to do what, when, where, who questions. Thereafter do the why, and finally the how. How will come absolutely in the end, because that requires so much. It's a complete story in itself. मैं दौड़ रहा था, मेरी टक्कर लग गई, मेरा पैर स्लिप हो गया, मैं गिर गया, मुझे चोट लग गई. So it's a complete story. So expecting a how will happen so much later. Before that a why will have to happen. For why, the prerequisites of what, when, where, who will happen. With the why, you can move on to why do you think. And that is how you will develop the thinking skills.